Good morning, students. In this session, we are going to learn about the features of a stock exchange. Before going to the topic, let us recall the points what we have learned in the last session. We have learned about the meaning and definitions of a stock exchange and the functions of a stock exchange and features of a stock exchange. And we have read various points regarding the functions and the features. At least you have to be thorough with the 5 points in each heading. Next, let us move to the benefits and the limitations of a stock exchange. Benefits and limitations. So this is an important 3 marks question. Students, you have to know that for the 3 marks question also, you have to explain in detail. You should not answer in a word or only one point or something else you have to write. You have to write the heading and you have to explain the point also. Next, benefits and limitations of stock exchange. They are divided into 3, that is to the community, to the company and to the investors. To the company, it is for the economic development, the steady flow of savings into productive purpose. For the economics point of view, it is for the community means it's for the outside, it's for the public. They are saying it's very useful. The question is that how stock exchange is benefited to the company, to the community and to the investor. Next, for the company, fundraising platform. It enables for profit-making companies funds by issuing of the issue of a shares from time to time. Next is it's a tool to divert the resources. Scarce resources. Scarce means available. Excess resources are diverted into efficiency runs enterprises. Efficiencies runs efficiency refers to திறமை அப்படின்னு தமிழ்ல சொல்லுவோம்ல அதுதான் efficiently. Next comes your tools to divert resources. It is diverted into efficiently in an enterprise for better utilization. Next is that it encourages the capital formations. Next is the fundraisers for the government. So exchange serves as a platform for raising of the public debt. For stock exchange are useful for this purpose to the community. Next point is about the what is the benefit to the company as a stock exchange. Companies, it enhances a goodwill or the reputation. If அதாவது ஒரு கம்பெனி ஷேர்ஸில் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணது அப்படின்னு சொன்னோன்னா அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு ஒரு நல்ல பேர் கிடைக்குது. So public is going to have a good focuses on that company. Here goodwill refers to the reputations. So quoted stock exchange have greater goodwill and the credit rating. Next is that wide market and ready market for such securities. We have wide market is enlarges of the market. Next, rises the huge funds by issue of shares and debentures, increases bargaining strength. So companies whose shares raised in the stock exchange have a higher bargaining power in the further expansions, merger or amalgamation. Merger is collaboration into two, amalgamations of weaker section into the stronger company. Just we are going to amalgamate it. That's all. And for the investor, how stock exchange is beneficial to the investors. Liquidity, it converts its shares into cash quickly. It increases the liquidity and adding a collateral value of a security, that is nothing but the dealt in a stock exchange, makes a good collateral security from the loans and the banks. Next is the protection of the investors. They safeguards investors' interest and ensures a fair dealing by the rules and regulations. Assessing real world security, assesses the securities in his hand as a market conditions published in the newspapers and the websites. Next is about the mechanism to trade securities. It provides a mechanism by which purchase and sale of listed securities takes place in a few minutes. Next comes into the limitations of a stock exchange. We have seen about the benefits. Now it's about the disadvantages. Disadvantages is lack of uniformity and control over the stock. There is no uniformity. Any company which has the capital value can invest it. They can earn some profit. So public blindly depend upon the stock exchange. And there is the absence of restrictions. There is no limit for the membership. That's the thing they are saying as a limitations. And failure to control unhealthy speculation. That is Brokers, some of the brokers control over the stock exchange and they earn a bad name, allowing more than one charge in the place. They can keep it more than from one place. And next is that non-existence of the margin requirements in case to produce a stock. There is a no limitations. There is no margin requirement means certain limit. They exceed over it. There is no certain limit to the companies to regulate with the stock exchange. Next is the listing of securities on the, there is a no proper regulations of listing of securities. This is the picture which shows about the stock exchanges in India. And this is the one word question. Note, you have to note it down clearly. There are 24 stock exchanges in the country and 21 of them being regional in nature. You have to note this point, student, that is 24 stock exchanges in country. It's a book back one word question and 21 of them is a regional in nature. 3 others have set up in the name Wiley, National Stock Exchange, Over the Counter Stock Exchange and Interconnected Stock Exchanges ISE. And ISE has been promoted as an 15 regional stock exchanges in the country. And NSE, OTC, IC and the majority of the regional stock exchanges are adopted to screen-based system, it is SBTS, to provide for the automated and modern facilities for trading in transport, fair and open manner with access to the investors. So these are the informations about the stock exchanges in India, and you have to know this point also, that is the following are the names of the stock exchanges in India. Familiar one is that Bombay Stock Exchange, which is you know very clearly, which you see it in the TVs and other information. Next is Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Bhubaneswar, Calcutta and Cochin, Delhi, Guwahati, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Canara Stock Exchange, Ludhiana Stock Exchange, Mira Stock Exchange, Madhya Pradesh, Mahal Stock Exchange, Mangalore Stock Exchange, Pune Stock Exchange, Saurashtra's Vadodara, Coimbatore and Meerut, over the counter NSE, National Stock Exchange and Interconnected Stock Exchange. These are the stock exchanges, famous names for the stock exchanges in India. So if they ask in exam, give an example for an stock exchanges in India, you can quote these examples, but it's very important to write a Bombay Stock Exchange. At least you mug up 5 stock exchanges name. It may be asked in the one word also about the stock exchanges in India. Next, we'll move on for the topic top 10 stock exchanges in the world. This is the stock exchanges in India, but it is this is the top 10 in the world level we are saying it. So 31st January 2007, 10 biggest stock exchange in the world. It's a New York Stock Exchange is the first one. It's located in New York. And NASDAQ, it is short for the National Association of Security Dealers Automated Quotations. It's again in the New York in the $6,831 trillion is listed in this market. Next is the famous is the London Stock Exchange. It's located in London, and Tokyo Stock Exchange, which is known as a Japan Stock Exchange. Other name for it, it's in Tokyo, Japan, and Shanghai Stock Exchange. It is located in the Shanghai. And next comes your Euronext. It is located in the France, Portugal, and Netherlands and the Belgium. Next is the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. I am saying this about the in the world. I am saying this. These are the examples. It is located in the Hong Kong, and Shenzhen Stock Exchange is located in China, and TMX Group, that is Canadian Stock Exchange, is located in Toronto, Canada, and Bombay Stock Exchange is very famous. It is in Mumbai with 1,682 trillion in the market capitalization. Next is about we have to look into this box. The familiar question which is asked in this, do you know information? This is not the book back question, you have to learn it on your own. The famous question which they ask regularly is about the jobbers, who are the speculations, what is meant by gambling. So this you have to learn it on your own. Since they are given it in the box, don't leave this information. All the box type information is very important for the examination. Let us know what is meant by the remisas. He is nothing but the agent of the stock exchange. Agent is nothing but the broker. So he obtains a business for his principal and gets a commission for his services. So remisar is a broker and gets a commission. Who is an authorized clerk? He is also mere employee of the members appointed by the stock exchange. You have to note it down. They are appointed by the stock exchange on behalf of the employment of the floor of stock exchange. They paid a salary plus commission. For Remisa, they paid only the commission, but it is authorized clerk. அதாவது ஸ்டாக் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்சே அப்பாயின்மெண்ட் பண்றதுனால இவங்களுக்கு சேலரியும் கமிஷனும் கிடைக்குது. Brokers, you know the meaning. They are the commission agent who is the intermediary between the buyer and seller. They do not purchase or sell securities on their behalf. On their behalf is nothing but அவங்க பேர்ல எந்த ஒரு securities வாங்கி விற்க மாட்டாங்க. But they bring together the buyers and sellers. I help to them for making the deal. They are for trending price. They can efficiently advise their clients. You know the rules of a broker. They just mesmerize the buyers to get off their purchase, and they are entitled to a prescribed sale of the stock exchange. Again, broker is a commission agent. Next is that very important thing is about the jobber. They are the security merchant dealing with shares and debentures and independent operators. So on behalf and try to earn through price changes. They cannot deal in behalf of a public and are banned from taking a commission. So in India, they are called as a Taravani Walas. Note this point, that is jobber is also known as an Taravani Walas. So if they ask about write a short notes on Taravani Walas, means it refers to the jobbers. So creative question is that what is the other name for the jobber? They'll give three options. You have to know about it. The right answer is Taravani Vadas. Speculations. It's a financial instrument involving high risk. Significant. The motive is to take maximum advantage from the fluctuations of the market. Their main aim is to earn the high profit. Speculators are prevented in the market where price movement of securities are highly frequent and volatile. Next is about the gambling. You know the meaning of gambling. I said in the last class itself. There is no reasoning involved in gambling. It essentially fluctuates in price and it is unethical and illegal. Gambling is illegal and it does not perform an economic function. So students, you have to be more careful while you are writing the answer. Once again, I'll recall the points. Remisar is a commission agent in the stock exchange. Authorized clerk is appointed by the stock exchange, but he also earns salary plus commission. Broker is a commission agent. He makes the buyers and sellers together, but he does not get any securities on its name. Jobber is a security merchant on dealing of shares, debentures and independent operator. But only thing he deals with the and is not allowed to take a commission, but it deals on behalf of public. It deals jobbers on behalf of public, and its other name is Taravani Wala. Speculation is again a trading financial instrument involving high risk. Their main aim is about the highly frequent for the price movement. Next is about the gambling. Gambling is for the fluctuations in the price, and it is an unethical and it is an illegal. These are the about the point. Next, before going to the point of types of speculators, they are the speculators is nothing but they are like a brokers in the share market. How the brokers? There are different types of brokers. We just name it as a broker and all. But in the shares they say it is a bull, bear, stag, and lamb duck. They give the name of the animal as a types of speculators, and they are describing them as a bull, bear, stag, and the lamb duck. And next session we can see about the types of speculators and differences between the stock exchange and commodities, and about the other types of stock exchange in the recent years. Let us see all these points in the next session. Students, I think you have known about the stock exchange is detailed. This session is very important because you are trending with the new technology. So everyone has to be known about the shares, stock exchange details on the online investment of a shares. I think you have got some informations about these stock exchanges. With